Hello everyone, my name is Ross from Euly Safety Hub. I run a consultation business, a safety consultation business, as well as I do safety trainings, pallet safety, which the presentation you see behind me. In addition, I have ladder safety training, slip, trips, and falls. I could tailor it to your facility. I could make it personal. We could set up a group where I'm doing a virtual meeting with your plant, multiple employees, but I could do it individually. When you're done with when you're completed the training, then you'll get a certificate of completion, which goes in your file, and you can have documentation for OSHA, or if you just want it for your resume or for your portfolio. So this is what I offer. I also have safety consultation where I come into your facility, I look around, we assess the situation, we talk about safety issues, we talk to your team, improvements, what can you do to make a safer environment and so forth. So reach out to me, Euly Safety Hub. My name is Ross. I'll put my website in the comments section or in the description, and you can also reach out to me via email at rossyuly@gmail.com. A little bit of a presentation, what it's going to look like. I've got some slides here on pallet safety in the workplace, protecting every worker. When you're dealing with the pallet industry, whether it's dismantling pallet, making new pallets, transferring pallets, storing pallets, there's a lot of issues that can happen, whether it's slip, trips, and falls, people getting cut on the material. Pallets are wood, they have nails to them, they have splinters, they're heavy. So I wanted to just go over a couple slides with you and talk about, there's a lot of injuries that happen due to pallets, back strains, puncture wounds, foot injuries, laceration, cuts, sprains, twists, crush injuries. You're getting your finger crushed between two pallets. So that's very important to stay safe. Lifting is one of the major things, making sure that you're lifting properly, telling your employees how to lift. Pallets are heavy, they're awkward. Sometimes they're so big and so heavy that one person can't do it. So making sure they're doing it in a team. And then how they're doing it, making sure that they're not using their back when they're lifting, they're using their legs. In addition, we talk about protruding nails, infections, and because you have dirty material, you maybe have rusted nails. Impact before every use. Perform a little quick visual inspection before you grab or reach for something. Make sure you're having protective gloves on, and you're wearing the proper footwear too, because if you're having some shoes that don't have steel toes or not composite, the pallet smashes you or a nail goes into it, could be very detrimental to your health. So punctures, hidden nails, splinter hazards. In addition, we got blades and cut injuries. Well, box cutters, utility knives, dismantling pallets. You dismantle a pallet, you put it on the table, you pull it back and forth. You have a big bandsaw blade, which could get hung up, or if the employee gets too much of in a rush or in a hurry, they start reaching over this area too far, which could lead to an injury, a very damaging injury where a person could lose a part of their body. So it's very important to train your employees, make sure they're paying attention at all times, and they're proactive. Having your safety manager or your whoever's in charge of safety, your production manager, go around and watch the employees, watch their habits, how they're doing it in general, from the beginning when they look at the pallet to put it on the table, or when they move a pallet to when they're touching it, are they wearing the right PPEs and so forth. Employees get complacent, they get really good at their job, they get really quick at their job, but unfortunately it become it could also lead to hazards and injuries. So this is part of my training. This is just a 5-minute little presentation on what it looks like. I'd be more than happy to give this in a bigger environment. I could give it individually, like I said. I could tailor it, I could adjust it, I could even put your images from your site in here. But I think it's very important not just to have the documentation that shows that you would train your employees on pallet safety and hazards in the workplace, but I also think it's important to make sure that the people that are training your employees have are being trained by an outsider. So when OSHA comes in and says, well, who trained this employee how to do this? Well, I did. Well, who trained you? Well, I trained myself. Well, that sometimes doesn't look too good. So this is a place where I can train you, I could train your other employees, and we can make it, we just want to make sure your employees come to work and leave just as safe as they came to work. So something to think about. Reach out to me, Euly Safety Hub. I have a channel, a YouTube channel you could check out. I have a website. reach out to me. Looking forward to talking to you about next steps. And you have a great day. Stay safe, and we'll talk later. Bye.